meeting.
All right.
Let us call the meeting to order. Today is August 16th, 2023. Welcome to our City Council meeting today. We're going to ask that Councilwoman Ball lead us in prayer, please, at this time.
Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for a day that we've never seen before. Father, we ask you just to touch our minds, touch our hearts, touch our souls, God. We ask you just to let everything be done decent and in order. God, touch the people that came on tonight. Bless them, God. Bless us all. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Councilwoman Ball, for the invocation. Council members, we're now on our minutes. Are there any questions about the minutes that were in your packets as presented? Be it that there is no questions about the meeting minutes, I'll entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes as presented. Been moved in second. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? And the chair, the ayes have it. The motion carries. Now we on unfinished business. Item number one. Item number one is littering ordinance. Previously, we had our first reading on it was yesterday, our last council meeting. Our current fee for littering is $100, which is in line with the state amount. What has been proposed is raising that from $100 to $500. That's what the reading of this particular ordinance will read. So we'll entertain a motion to. Well, we'll entertain discussion at this time. Is there any discussion?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand, the new proposal is 500, correct? And I know we said clean. So I think 500 is just a little too deep for the pockets. I think it should be, we should have about 300. But I don't understand about the loud music, all this is like, first offense is what, 500? Oh, this is what that?
427.
427. So, I just think it should be like about 300.
Is there any other discussion at this time?
I have a question about the pickup. If you have limbs or things that's in your yard,
We'll get to you. We'll have you. We're gonna have public comments at the end, so I'll let you. Any other comments about the litter ordinance?
We're at what now?
We're at $100 now, and what's being proposed is $500 for littering. This is if you get caught littering, throwing paper out the window, or somebody catches you on camera. Because we do have cameras placed around, so it's not. If you're not doing that wrong, then you won't get caught doing that wrong. Mail. Oh, yes. So sometimes they'll have credit card. How we track people down, they'll have credit card information or a bill or a receipt, and it'll have Terrence Wendell's name on the receipt. So we know who to track it down by because it got the name on it.
Did we ever get a lot of, $100, we'll get a lot of, right up we have, the warning.
And we gotta notice too that we're not talking about just something that's gonna be billed to you every month. This is something that if you break the law, you pay the price. It's not like you're gonna be billed $500 a month. If you throw paper out the window, that's the price you pay. Just like if you go through town with loud music, that's the price you pay. So
The guy pick up the trash and put it in the garbage truck, and people might have the name and stuff on, and then he go in the trash truck too. So would that still get time for them too?
Well, again, it goes back to if somebody sees you doing it. Oh, the question that he had was, if garbage blows off the trash truck, would you be cited for that? The answer to that is no. Number one, because your trash should be bagged and put in a bag. Number one. Number two, if it is spilled out and it's clearly evident that, hey, somebody did it, city, it fell out the city truck or whatever the case is, fine. Most of the instances, probably I'd say 95% of the instances that we get of littering are when people call in and tell us and send a picture with the call in of them throwing something out the window or the trash that they saw and they witnessed themselves. So, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's an impossibility, because that is possible. But if we make sure that we bag our trash like we was required to, and we kind of police the issue, I don't see it being too much of an issue. But there are some people who just throw stuff out the window. I mean, bottles, cap. I mean, it's just, so council members have sent me pictures before, and then I'll send them to the chief. And I've seen some folks, and one time I ran with my pants, somebody probably advised a little bit, and that's why you're throwing stuff out of your car. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to deter people from trashing the community. We got some other initiatives that are gonna happen, but we wanna start with that. So, is there any other discussion about item number 1?
So the first offense gonna be 500.
Yes.
The second offense gonna be how much?
The first offense is $500, the second offense is $1,000. They just work just like now. The first offense is $100, the second offense is $200. So
In order to, right now, we talking about the 500. So in order for us to, we just voting the 500 right now.
the ordinance as read, ordinance number 242 reads that the city of Aliceville would increase their fines for a first-time offense to $500 and a second offense to $1,000.
So we can't alter that.
If there's an amendment that wants to be put on the floor, that's fine.
I'm saying, like, 'cause we don't know what we get now on, until we go 500, you know what I'm saying? I'm for 300. I don't know how the other council are. The second offense be like 750 or something like that. But I got it. I don't know.
If you want to put that in the form of an amendment, then we can say that's what you want for an amendment, and then we can vote on that. But you gotta say, I want to put an
I want
amendment.
to put that in amendment. First offense be like 300, second offense be like 750.
So there's amendment on the floor to say the first offense would be $300, and the second offense would be $500. Is there a second to that?
Good try.
Okay. There's a motion and a second on the floor. This is just on the amended version. So all those in favor of the amended version of $300 and $300 for the first offense, $500 for the second offense. All those,
Yeah, I'm a 30,000.
okay. And the third offense is $1,000. Okay. All those in favor of that, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? That's in the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion carries. Item number 2, we don't have any appointments. We don't have any new appointments at this time for new positions. So, but we're keeping this on the agenda because we're trying to continue to update our board. So if you're interested in serving, we're gonna have some vacancies come soon. Item number 1 on the business, transportation resolution. Transportation resolution. The transportation resolution is a resolution that we pass every year. This resolution says that we will participate in the state partnership with everyone seeing the blue signs that say Rebuild Alabama. We get funds from those entities from the state gas tax. And this is how we got funds to pay highway, or not highway 14, but
17th Street.
Street 17. 17th Street, that's it. I'm trying to figure out which one I'm trying to say. 17th Street, AKA Nursing Home Road. So with that being said, I ask that we be in favor of passing a resolution for the transportation plan for the state of Alabama. So we can continue to receive grant funds from the state of Alabama. It's been moved to second. All those in favor, please let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? In the chair, ayes have it. Motion carries. Item number 2, Board of Equalization. Board of Equalization. The Board of Equalization is a board that is appointed every 4 years. Current members serving on the board were Mr. Caleb Marine, Mr. Terry Wyndham, and Mr. Mark Gillen. 2 of those members have agreed to recertify their certification. The third, Mr. Marine, is unable because he doesn't meet the requirements of the Board of Equalization by having to have property in that place. So with that being said, I'm going to ask that we approve the 2 names that we have currently, which is Mr. Mark Gillen and Mr. Terry Wyndham, who have agreed to serve again. And once we get the third name, then we can bring that forth on the council meeting on next week, because we will be meeting this week again. Please. Been moved and seconded to accept the 2 names, Mr. Mark Dillon and Mr. Terry Wyndham, for the Board of Equalization. Is there any other discussion? Not. All those in favor, please let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? In the chair, ayes have it. The motion carries. Item number 3, we have an outdoor revival request. Outdoor revival request. I'm gonna read it in its entirety. I just got this this afternoon. My name is, as a matter of fact, there you go. Come on, stand up. All right. This is the letter states that she's, submitted to the council. My name is Evangelist Brenda Dancy of Woman Empowerment Ministry. I'm writing regarding a request to permission to have a tent revival in the city of Aliceville. This crusade and soul winning revival is scheduled to take place in September. My dates have not yet been finalized, but I plan to finalize them soon. Therefore, I'm asking that the mayor and council approve my request for the crusade and soul winning revival for the month of September, 7 p.m. nightly, which will be at the lot where the city fair is held in Aliceville, Alabama. This will take place Saturday. We will set up and serve free food Sunday. We will have service that evening, but the actual revival will start Monday through Wednesday in September. Thank you kindly for your time. Signed, Evangelist Brenda Dancy. Ms. Dancy, would you have anything else to say concerning your request?
Well, I would just like to say, first of all, thank you all for allowing me to come in to explain it. Only thing is that this is my hometown. I was raised and born here. My name is Joyce Lavender. My maiden name is Dancy. So I have been called by God for the evangelist. I've been to Africa. I just came from Africa. I did revivals and crusades there. So I'm just asking you all, this is a soul winning revival. And as an evangelist, it's the work of an evangelist. So I'm asking you all to please allow it to be, because it's the work of God. It's not the work of mine.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Evangelist, for being there, being willing to participate. Council members, you've heard the request. The only thing that I want to add to this request is that as soon as you get your dates, please let us know so that way we can inform our police chiefs and officers, so that way our first responders can be able to respond if necessary. Is there any other question that the council members have?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday at 7 p.m. Is that what?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Wednesday,
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Okay.
May I say something, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Saturday is going to be the crusade. And Sunday, that's when the revival starts, Sunday evening. And Monday and Wednesday. So it's going to be the crusade Saturday.
So,
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? If not, I entertain a motion to approve, granting the permit request for the outdoor revival.
I second that motion.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, it been motioned by Councilmember Lewis and seconded by Councilmember Wilkins to approve the revival. Is there any other discussion? This the date, just the one day. Any other questions? All right, we're moving to a vote. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Ah,
Any opposed? Depending chair, the ayes have it. The motion carries. Thank you again, Evangelist, for your request. Item number 4 on the new business, painting at City Hall. The flooring at the City Hall has been chipping away on the outside, and so we are about to get it fixed. But before we fix it, the columns, if you look at the columns, need to be painted, and we didn't want paint to get on the floor. We requested, we got some quote before they fixed it. We got some requests, not some requests, we sent out some requests for painters. The quote that we got from Coach, I say Coach, but Mr. Joe Hurst, he actually put in 2 quotes. One was for the painting of the basketball court that we have behind the National Guard Armory. With that price, he did not include any labor. It was just the amount for the fee for the material, which was $60 for a 5-gallon bucket of paint. And the quote for City Hall was the columns to paint 1, 2, 3, 4 of the columns for City Hall. The total on that was $320, which brought it to a total of $400 to do both jobs, which is what we got, and rather reasonable. But I wanted to make sure that I brought it to the council so that way we could get it approved. Other quotes I received in the past were about $1,200 to do the columns, and his has been the lowest price that I got, and I think that's very reasonable. Yes, I need a motion.
I second that motion.
It's been motioned and seconded to approve the painting at City Hall and the basketball court behind the National Guard Armory.
Just to clarify that the fact that he's not charging for labor, like that's a gift.
Absolutely.
So
That's
thank you, Mr. Joe.
definitely, that's definitely.
And Chris, right? Brother?
Yes, Chris, Joe, Mr. Coach Hurts and Chris Walker, the high school basketball coach. So with that being said, all those in favor, please let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Depending chair, the ayes have it. The motion carries. We'll move on to department reports. Chief. Street department. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I need to pay the bill. Thank you. Hey, that's it. Council members, you have a chance to look at your bills as presented to you today. Are there any questions about the bills as presented to you? If not, let it be known I'll entertain a motion to approve the bills. Is there a motion to approve the bill?
Second motion.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Depending chair, the ayes have it, and the motion carries. Now we have police department. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, Mayor and Council, I guess to the public as well, we do know that school has started back, and we're seeing a still increased flow of traffic speed, so we want everybody to be mindful of the flow of traffic in our schools on 2715, 815, 215, and 345. So we want you to be mindful of the speed. We will be enforcing the law. Thank you.
Question. Just you. We are, I know our officers study increasing, and back then with the car situation, but I want us to know and the public to know, how are we doing towards cars and vehicles
Oh,
as of now?
currently, we have one that's going in the lighting process. I have one that will be going at the shop today, and after that one, another will be going. So, you know, we're trying to stay afloat with what we got. So we do have a new one that's about to go into the lighting process. So I'm saying within a month or less, we should have that vehicle.
Okay, and do we have another part question? Do we have anyone else like in school after this time?
We do. We have one that starts school on this Monday in Canada's 14-week camp. We have one just graduated from the camp. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Matter of fact, since he did it, and he thought he was gonna get out of it, we're gonna go ahead and swear this young man in. We swore the last one in, so we're gonna swear this one in too. Come on in, hey, Chief, get Chief to come on, stand up here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Give you your due while you got it, man. It's all good. All right, this is Officer McKnight, and so we're gonna swear him in. But again, we're doing this because we're proud of you as the city of Aliceville, because you're a representation of this community, and we thank you. We're proud of your accomplishments. We're proud of the chief for helping see you through, and we thank you for your service that you've already given and that you'll continue to give to the city of Aliceville. That being said, you want to do the swear? All right, so you just raise your hand and say, I state your name.
I, Nishan McKnight,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the state of Alabama,
state of Alabama,
and the city of Aliceville.
and the city of Aliceville.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right, good job, son. Congratulations. All right. All right, that being said, thank you, Chief. With our street department, I want to ask that everyone keep our street supervisor and his family in your prayers. His daughter is currently in ICU, and so he's praying, and they're continuing to lift up their daughter's name. But we just ask that you continue to lift them up in prayer. As far as on the reports that we have currently, Mr. Hill is filling in temporarily for that department. We do have some assistance coming from the city of Reform, so I want to shout out the city of Reform for getting us some assistance so we can pick up some limbs. Our limb truck, the large truck, is down, and we are looking for an engine to try to get it replaced. The cost of that engine is about $10,000, as we stated before. We're also looking at potentially maybe getting a new vehicle long term once we get some rates or get an actual vehicle price quoted. The dump truck that we've had has been in service for over about 25 years, about 22, 23 years. So we want to continue to try to use it to the best of our ability, but we also are looking for other options as well. Additionally, we are doing some we've done some new hiring, so you'll be seeing some, well, hiring and some firing. So you'll be seeing some new faces. So when you see them, encourage them. They got a slightly thankless job, but we just want to encourage them to do the best that they can with that, and I think that they will. Fire department.
Hey, so everybody already know that the one of the airbags helicopter that was stationed down in the Moplet is no longer in effect down there. We're only using the one that right now in Fayette. This week alone, we have had 3 calls where we have to use a helicopter. We had one that left Monday, and then we had an accident in between Aliceville and Pickinsville where we had to use PHI out of the metro. speaking with the pilot last night, I think PHI has ran 4 calls yesterday between 11 and 7, and Airback has ran 2. And as soon as they get back to the base to sit down and eat, they're getting called back out. So just keep those guys in mind in our hospital.
Just a follow-up to what Chief Jones was saying. We have reached out, or I have reached out to Greene County EMS by way of our Pickens County EMS. And we're looking to try to do some correlation so that way when calls come up, that was a suggestion that was given by our Commissioner Nolan. So thank you for that opportunity to open up the door. So hopefully that will pan out, and then we can get them on the rotation. So in the event of emergency, they'll be able to respond as well. The other item that I want to say about Airback is if you have not already signed up for Airback, sign up for Airback. It costs about $60 a year, $75 a year for regular. $65 a year. $65 a year for a regular person like me who's fat and healthy. But to our senior citizens, it is actually a discount. I think that they give, or maybe $10 or something like that. I'm not certain. But whatever the cost is, it's much cheaper than a $50,000 helicopter ride. 50,000. So just pay 60 instead of paying $50,000. If you need to get information on that, you can go to the airevac.com. You can see one of the council members or myself, or you can come by City Hall and we can get you signed up for that. The city doesn't receive anything on that. This is just for you, and it not only covers you, but I believe it covers your entire household. So whoever lives in your house is going to cover them as well. So I think it's a worthy investment. Chamber of Commerce. Next meeting is September 7th at 12 o'clock noon. So if you want to become a part of our chamber, please, ma'am, please, sir, the door is always open. On the museum report, I don't have anything to report on our museum currently at this time. I will turn it over. If there are any public comments at this time, you have 2 minutes to 2 to 3 minutes to speak if you have something at this time.
You answered my question.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say that, first of all, how's everybody doing?
All right.
This is National Service Month for all men who are doing any type of services, no matter what the capacity is. So I wanted to say congrats.
Thank you, Ms. Hood. Much appreciated. Any other public comments? Yes,
Hi
ma'am.
there. My name's Wendy Bruce, and I'm here representing Tri-Stat, and Mr. Scott, would just like to say hello to the council members and let you know we're just here doing a courtesy visit, and if you need anything, we're here.
All right, Councilwoman Bowles. I'm sorry. Did you ask?
Good evening, everybody. I just got to say, first of all, thank the Lord for our school project, for giving back the book bags. It was a great success, and we want to thank the mayor, chief, police, fire department, city council, you. And like I said, it was one of the best that I ever been to, and it was one of the highest I ever been to. But we made it through it, and so we just, like I said, we just want to thank the Lord for the kids, and we're going to pray that they have a good back to school, and if we can help you, the EO, CO, we'll be glad to help you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your service and your program that you presented. It was well attended and wonderful. I'm gonna get ahead of myself. I also thank Council. You may say something, but thank Councilwoman Ball as well. I think both events were well attended. It was a great success. But at the end of the day, it's about having the kids.
That's right. That's right.
I think that we serviced over 500 kids that day. So you know what I'm saying. So between the two, so I love it. So that's how it's supposed to be, and I appreciate the time. I'm sorry for saying something.
Okay. I'd like to thank God their event awesome. We did a back to school block party
And I would like to formally thank all of my sponsors that sponsored me on that event. Time Ball Ministry is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that started in 2010. And me and my board of directors, we service, according to our records and signed in, we service over 200 children with book bags and supplies. And people are still calling about book bags. Just on the other day, I went in Family Dollar and a previous teacher was at the elementary school and I was in Family Dollar and she was going in to look for a book bag for a child that didn't have a book bag. And I heard her, asking about the book bag and I said, hey, I got some left at my office so you can come down there and get them. So, and like I said, people are still calling. One parent after the back to school block party, she reached out to me in Messenger and she was sick with COVID, her and her children. So she was unable to come. And she asked me, did I mind coming and bringing her book bags and supplies? And it was a delight to go and bring her those book bags for her kids. Like I said, we service 200 children with book bags and supplies. We fed probably about 250 to 300, including parents. We serviced seven teachers showed up, and we were blessed to have Mark Watley on with us that day that tested 17 people for AIDS. So that was a great and informed them about the services that they had. So it was a blessed day. Thank God for everybody that came in, pulled together. It was effortless, and I thank God for my crew, my board of directors. I couldn't do it without them. So, and thank the city of Aliceville and ECO for what they do also. So, you're welcome.
Yes. Question.
Ma'am,
Oh, I just want to ask a question to the police officer. I know what I'll do though, but do I have the right if someone try to?
Let's ask that after the council meeting. That sounds like a question.
Yeah, it is.
Legal to get into.
Okay.
So let's ask it after. I ain't being, but I don't want nobody to see it on video and
Okay, that's fine.
So let's ask that off camera if you don't mind. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
My question, so just was here, the principal at our high school. My question is, school just started, how many, 3 days, 2 days?
We started last Wednesday.
How you
It's been about 6 days.
update us on your first 6 days and your attendance and students that you have in school? Since on that, I know it's high school, but I know what's in front of it. It says Aliceville first.
Right.
Okay.
We had first 6 days, we had a great start of school. Our enrollment is down a little bit. Like we ended last year with about 356 kids. Right now, we're at about 344. So our enrollment is down a little bit. But everything's going well. We have new faculty members that have fit right into our Aliceville High School family. And we just, like I said, we had an awesome start of the year, and we're looking forward to continue on throughout the rest of the school year. And like I say, I thank our Aliceville police officers for all that they do for morning traffic duty and everything else.
No, question. Just a couple of these questions I was asked. Do we have who staff teachers certified this year?
We have a full staff of teachers, yes, sir.
Okay, and so we don't have a lot of sub that coming in.
No,
That
we're fully staffed.
Fully staffed. There was some questions, some concern that people had, and I want to ask you, but you would not.
We're fully staffed.
Yes, sir. What a first football game.
Well, we have a scrimmage game, blue and white game this Friday that we're scrimmaging against each other. But our first official our first official season game starts next Friday, the 25th, It will be against Peters County High School in reform.
All right, I do have one point of personal privilege that I'm about to extend. I did get a request from the Aliceville High School for a $100 donation from the mayor and council for part of their fan book. While we can't donate to booster clubs, we can donate to the school, and if they utilize it for that, then they can. So I'm gonna ask that. I know it's not on the agenda, but that we give a $100 donation to the school that they can use as they desire, but as a council and mayor, and I want to say it publicly that we can't give specifically to clubs or anything like that, but we can give to the school and what they decide to do with it, then they can do it. So with that being said, I'm gonna ask that. I'll make a motion. I ask for a second. Oh, sorry. Moved and second. All those in favor of the agenda discussion.
Who second?
Motion on the floor is $100 to the Aliceville High School.
Who second? Chris, okay.
All those in favor, let me know by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? If any chair, ayes have it. The motion carries. Two things, I'm gonna hit this gavel again so we get out of here. The first thing is Mrs. Fisher at Davis Dental. Miss Fisher at Davis Dental. They had a grand opening on last week, and it went very well. It was well attended. It was hot as a firecracker out there, but she had a lot of people that came. She brought a food truck in. She had a lot of people in attendance, and that is our only dentist in town. So you don't need a dentist until you need a dentist. So let's utilize our dentist so that way we can keep a dentist. She was a part of North River, which is a part of the big dental group in Tuscaloosa. So you don't have to look at it and say it's not somebody who legit. She actually worked for them. Now she's spanned off and has her own dentistry group. And I say that to say, if we don't utilize the services that we have in Aliceville, we will lose the services that we have in Aliceville. How do I know that? Go 15 miles up the road, look at a building that's empty that could be a hospital. Because a lot of us chose not to utilize the hospital. So let's utilize dentistry. I'm not saying you got to go to them, but give them a shot. Maybe that might be what you need. And it will help continue to grow our city. The second thing I want to say is sorry, two more things. The Watley building. Let's use Watley. Let's use Watley. Let's use Watley. Why should we use Watley? Because if we don't use Watley, we may lose Watley. So even if you got to go and get mended up and then go to your primary care physician or whatever the case is, utilize them. That's why they're there. If you got insurance, they'll take it. If you don't have insurance, they'll take it. If you got middle insurance, they'll take it. But what you need to do is use them, please, begging, because we want to make sure that Aliceville continues to have some kind of continued quality health care in addition to Dr. Robbins and Dr. Parker. And I'll close on Dr. Robbins. Dr. Robbins had some health issues. Old man, Dr. Robbins. So let's continue to keep him in your prayer. Also, again, yes, today.
Last week.
And it's been a year since Sunday was a year since Dr. Robinson's son died. And he was a healthcare provider here in the city of Aliceville, and they're still operating. But let's keep them in your prayers, as well as all those who may be going through. With that being said, I entertain a motion to adjourn the council meeting. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I do that, we need to go into executive session. 500 minutes. We will not reconvene. Can I get a motion to go into executive session for 5 minutes and not reconvene? There's been motions, and there's a second. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye. Aye. Thank you, and good night.